Today I wanted to show you how to edit the mobile view of any of the pages on the Fling website. Um, I did notice that the header had gotten a little out of whack, so I already polished that up and consolidated, made it smaller again so it fits a little bit better in a smaller space up here. But the rest of this page still needs to be optimized, so I'm going to show you how that works and go from there. One of the things that Wix does is it hides some items by default. In this case, that's not the case. Nothing's hidden, it looks like, so everything's on this page. We just need to reorder things. And I was going to say sometimes they'll have an optimized page option here, but it doesn't look like they're giving that on this one. So we're going to just go ahead and go through this and try to get these all in the right order. One thing I like to do is go to the desktop version before going into the mobile. And to access the mobile, you're going to come up here to this little mobile icon. But one thing that you can do is group these items. So by selecting, and I'm holding down my shift button and clicking on all four of these items, and I can group these. That will tell the mobile view that these are together, which is nice. You can always ungroup them and group them later if you have more to add as well. So I'm just going to kind of go through and group these because then it will likely be in a little bit better order on the mobile view. So that one already is grouped, so that's great. Well, actually, let's make sure. Yeah, these are all grouped. I'm going to group these. And I like how you placed all these. I think they're a nice size and they work well. So these are already grouped. And okay, that's all that. So now let's go over to mobile and see what that looks like. And just keep in mind that all of it is editable. So what's going on is we have two lines on either side on the on the desktop view. What we can do is move these off like this. Now it's going to warn me all the time, although I can turn that off, to saying that people may not see this element. And I don't know if we want to put it here or not, maybe up actually on the level. Or we can have a divider and keep it that way. They can also be kind of more close into it. So it's all a matter of preference, but I think I had it before I had used it as a divider line, and that way these were all part of the super bloom. And now they're a little overlapped. What we have to do is just kind of move them around, just like on the desktop version, get them sized the way you want. Maybe this one's a little too big, and just get them the way you desire. And then same thing down here. So the bloom level, I'm going to use just one of these lines. So by clicking on this and hitting delete, that's actually hiding it, and it does put it over here, so I can always get it back if I want. But I think it just simplifies it, and it's easier on mobile viewers' eyes to have just the line to divide those categories and kind of contain them. So looking at this one, there's just a big gap here. I'll probably make these just a little bit smaller on mobile, maybe even this one a little bit smaller. And then we can also use these tools. This is a little drag handle. I use this a lot because it pulls everything up. So if I'm trying to get rid of extra space, I use these all the time when they're available. They don't always show up, but a lot of times they do. So hit delete on that. So that's hiding that extra one. I'm going to do the same thing down here because I think it was kind of confusing. Wait, is that what's below or is it what's above? Now this makes more sense. So, and you can always adjust these and space them out a little bit differently. Make sure to always check this when you add new logos because obviously they may not be exactly where you want. One of the things too that these have is cropping. If you need to crop them differently so that you can get it closer to text, as in this case I'm putting it closer up here, you can use these little crop tools, which are kind of neat too, to trim off extra space around a logo. I'm going to move this down. We'll get rid of the second one by just hitting delete. And I'm going to center it. And you can use Wix's guides. I usually like to click on individual items and then center them in the space using the pink guide that shows up. See that pink guide down the center? That's just to make sure your object is centered. This one's a little bit off. And we have this as wide as possible. We can make this font a little bit smaller. These are quite wide, so they wrap a little bit weird in some cases, but I think it's, it's to be expected. The only real way around it is to bump them all down, and yeah, I think this is going to just work for what it needs to be. But the rest of this is now looking a lot better, and the right logos are with the right levels. If you don't group items together, Wix gets a little confused and it can shuffle things around. But again, if you add more people to this, just double check, go into this mobile view, and then move things around as needed. Make sure to group that new logo. You can ungroup that group and then select that new logo and select all the rest of these and hit group again, and that'll keep them together. But of course, check mobile and make sure it's looking good there as well, so everybody has a nice looking logo. And also, I know Helen had mentioned maybe doing some kind of a blog format where we show little blog posts that they can read more about each sponsor before clicking through to their site, rather than just having these logos. It would be like a blog post featured image or logo and a title that goes to the blog post. But we can talk more about that. Maybe we can do that in future years. I also was going to suggest on that front that maybe what we could do is still have these logos, which I think is nice and clean and easy for people to click through to each of these sponsors. But we could add maybe between the current sponsors and the past and present sponsors, or down at the bottom, a feed of sponsor posts from the blog. And then the blog, which, let's see, go to the post here page. In each of these blog posts, you can actually choose a category. So we could choose a category of sponsor, sponsor, and then categorize any new sponsor blogs about the current sponsors and maybe what they're donating and all that kind of stuff. I think it's nice to definitely do blog posts about it, and maybe we just feature a feed on that sponsor page versus trying to have a sponsor kind of blog feed for each sponsor, which or sponsor group, which is, it can be done. It's not as clean looking, I'm finding, when I started working on it. But anyway, let's talk more about that. If you guys have questions about that, I'm happy to help. And and this is, I kind of got this all cleaned up for mobile now. It should look good, but if you need to reorder anything, feel free to do so here in the mobile editor. Let me know if you have any other questions.